Welcome back to Jikook Daily, your place for the latest Jimin and Jungkook updates, memorable moments, fan reactions, and everything a RMY is talking about. If you are a Jikook fan, make sure you stay with us because today's update is all about BTS finally arriving in Baltimore, and one particular moment involving Jimin and Jungkook that has quickly caught the attention of fans online. The big topic today is the arrival itself. BTS has reached Baltimore as the group continues its busy tour schedule, but fans are paying especially close attention to Jimin and Jungkook. Footage and posts circulating around their arrival have sparked discussion about the two members appearing together while leaving a private jet, with some fans focusing on what they describe as a hand-holding moment. Was it really what viewers think they saw? What exactly happened during the arrival? And why did this particular moment generate so much excitement among Jikook fans? Before we get into everything, remember that not every claim circulating on social media should automatically be treated as confirmed information. Some details may come from fan posts, clips, eyewitness accounts, or interpretations of footage. So throughout this video, we will clearly separate what can be observed from what fans are saying and interpreting. And if you enjoy Jimin and Jungkook updates, take just a second to support Jikook Daily by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications. It really helps the channel continue bringing you more Jikook content and BTS updates. Now let's get into the Baltimore arrival that has a RMY talking. BTS arriving in a new city is always a major event. Wherever the group travels, fans immediately begin watching for updates from airports, venues, hotels, rehearsals, sound checks, and other public moments connected to the tour. Baltimore is no different. After the excitement surrounding the group's previous stops, attention has now shifted toward Baltimore. Fans have been waiting to see the members arrive, settle into the city, and prepare for the next stage of their schedule. With BTS continuing a demanding tour, every arrival becomes another moment for fans to follow. For Jikook fans, however, the focus often becomes even more specific. Jimin and Jungkook have a long history of sharing memorable moments throughout BTS content, performances, behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and public appearances. Because of that, even a brief interaction between the two can attract significant attention online. That is exactly why the latest Baltimore arrival has generated so much discussion. The footage being circulated shows Jimin and Jungkook in the context of the group's arrival, and fans quickly began discussing their movements as they left the private jet. Among the most talked-about claims is that Jimin and Jungkook appeared to hold hands while leaving the aircraft. That detail immediately caught the attention of Jikook fans. However, it is important to be precise here. A short video clip can sometimes be difficult to interpret. Camera angles, other people walking nearby, luggage, clothing, movement, and the quality of the footage can all affect what viewers believe they are seeing. A moment that looks very clear from one angle can sometimes look completely different from another. So rather than declaring every fan interpretation to be a confirmed fact, it is better to say that fans noticed what they believed appeared to be hand contact between Jimin and Jungkook during the arrival. That distinction matters. For fans watching the footage, though, the emotional reaction was immediate. Many Jikook supporters became excited because the moment was perceived as another example of the two members being physically close during a busy travel day. Travel days can be exhausting for artists, especially during a major world tour. Members are constantly moving between cities, airports, vehicles, hotels, rehearsals, and stadiums. In that environment, even a small interaction can feel meaningful to fans who have followed BTS for years. Jimin and Jungkook have also frequently been observed interacting naturally with one another in BTS content. Sometimes their moments are playful, sometimes they are quiet, sometimes they are simply standing or walking together. And sometimes fans notice small gestures that become memorable because of the context surrounding them. The Baltimore arrival is now being discussed in that same way. What makes this particular moment interesting is not necessarily the length of the interaction, but how quickly fans noticed it. Social media moves incredibly fast whenever BTS appears in public. A short clip can be uploaded, reposted, edited, slowed down, and discussed by thousands of people within a very short period of time. One person may notice a specific movement, another may post a different angle, and suddenly an ordinary travel moment becomes one of the most discussed clips among a particular part of the fandom. That appears to be happening with this Baltimore arrival. Jikook fans began focusing on the interaction between Jimin and Jungkook, while broader RMY discussions centered on BTS arriving in another tour city. And this is where the difference between observation and interpretation becomes especially important. The observable part is that BTS arrived in Baltimore and footage of the members leaving the aircraft circulated among fans. The additional interpretation comes from viewers discussing exactly what happened between Jimin and Jungkook during that moment. Some fans describe the interaction as hand-holding. Others may interpret the footage more cautiously because of the camera angle or the brief nature of the moment. That is why viewers should always check the original footage and multiple sources before deciding exactly what happened. Still, regardless of the interpretation, one thing is undeniable: the moment captured fan attention. And that tells us something important about how closely fans follow Jimin and Jungkook. Jikook supporters often pay attention to the smallest details because they have watched the pair together across many years of BTS content. A glance, a laugh, a playful gesture, a conversation, or simply walking beside each other can become a memorable moment for fans. But it is also important to remember that public footage only shows a very small portion of what happens during a travel day. We cannot know what the members are thinking or feeling simply by watching a short clip. We can discuss what is visible, but we should avoid presenting assumptions about their private thoughts or relationship as confirmed information. That is especially important when fandom discussions become emotional. Jimin and Jungkook are two individual artists who are also members of BTS. They have spent many years working together, performing together, traveling together, and sharing experiences as members of the same group. Their friendship and professional relationship have been visible in countless official BTS moments. So when fans see them together in Baltimore, it is understandable that Jikook fans become excited. Another reason this arrival matters is the timing. BTS is currently moving through an intense touring schedule, meaning the members have very little time to rest between major commitments. Traveling from one city to another is only one part of the process. Once they arrive, there can be rehearsals, sound checks, production preparations, meetings, media responsibilities, and eventually the concert itself. That means fans are not only watching for cute moments, they are also watching to see how the members are doing as performers. Jimin and Jungkook are both known for their demanding performance styles. Their stages require physical energy, concentration, vocal control, choreography, and preparation. After a long journey, arriving in a new city means quickly transitioning from travel mode back into performance mode. For that reason, Baltimore represents another major step in the tour. Fans in the city have been preparing for BTS's arrival, and online communities have been filled with anticipation. Some fans are discussing the group's schedule, others are sharing arrival footage, while Jikook fans are naturally focusing on every visible interaction between Jimin and Jungkook. The atmosphere surrounding BTS arrivals is often something special. Fans may wait near public areas, follow updates online, and share information as soon as something becomes available. At the same time, it is important for everyone to respect the members' privacy and safety. Airports and private travel areas can become extremely crowded, and artists need space to move safely. The excitement should never come at the expense of personal boundaries. This is especially relevant when discussing private jets and travel arrangements. Private flight may sound glamorous from the outside, but for the artists, traveling is still part of an exhausting work schedule. They need rest, security, and time to prepare. So while fans may celebrate seeing Jimin and Jungkook together, the best response is one that combines excitement with respect. And that brings us back to the moment everyone is discussing. If you watch the footage carefully, you may have noticed why fans reacted so strongly. Jimin and Jungkook appeared together while leaving the aircraft, and viewers immediately started examining their movements. Some fans believed their hands connected, while others simply saw it as a brief moment of closeness. Either way, the clip became another example of how quickly a Jimin and Jungkook moment can spread throughout the fandom. For some fans, the moment felt sweet. For others, it was simply an interesting interaction between two BTS members arriving in Baltimore. And for many, it was a reminder that even during a hectic tour, fans remain interested in the little moments between the members. That is one of the unique things about following BTS. The concerts may be the biggest events, but fans often remember the smaller moments just as much. A laugh backstage, a quick interaction during soundcheck, a shared glance on stage, or walking together after arriving in a city can become part of the larger story of a tour. Baltimore is now adding another chapter to that story. As the members settle into the city and prepare for their upcoming activities, fans will undoubtedly be watching for official updates. There may be new photos, videos, performance clips, soundcheck moments, interviews, or other content released through official channels. And when those updates appear, they will give fans a better picture of what the members are doing during their Baltimore schedule. For Jikook fans specifically, the question remains, Will we see more moments between Jimin and Jungkook during this stop? Of course, nobody can predict exactly what will happen. That is part of what makes following a live tour so exciting. Every city brings a different atmosphere. Every performance can create unexpected moments. And every behind-the-scenes update can give fans something new to talk about. What we do know is that BTS has arrived in Baltimore, and the arrival itself has already generated a huge amount of attention. Jimin and Jungkook are once again at the center of a fandom conversation because fans noticed their interaction during the arrival. Whether you see the moment as a clear hand-holding gesture or simply a brief moment that is difficult to interpret from available footage, the discussion shows just how closely fans are watching. The most responsible approach is to enjoy the moment while remembering that online claims can sometimes move faster than verified information. A viral caption does not automatically make something true. A fan edit does not automatically prove what happened, and an interpretation should not be presented as a confirmed fact unless there is reliable evidence supporting it. That is why we encourage everyone watching Jikook daily to look at the original footage whenever possible and compare information from reliable sources. At the same time, there is nothing wrong with enjoying the excitement of seeing two beloved BTS members together. Jimin and Jungkook arriving in Baltimore is already a big moment for fans. The tour continues, the anticipation is building, and RMY is once again watching closely as BTS prepares for the next stage of their journey. And for Jikook fans, that brief arrival moment has become one of the first things everyone is talking about. As more official information and clearer footage become available, fans may be able to understand the moment better. Until then, it is best to keep the discussion respectful, distinguish what is visible from what is interpreted, and avoid turning speculation into certainty. But one thing is clear, BTS has arrived in Baltimore, and Jimin and Jungkook's arrival moment has already given Jikook fans plenty to talk about. And now, as the members begin preparing for what comes next, the attention turns toward Baltimore's upcoming BTS activities, the next performance, and whether fans will capture more memorable Jimin and Jungkook moments along the way.